Welcome back to the Around the Block Sports Show. Today I'll be reviewing our Super Wildcard Weekend NFL picks. It went well for one of us, not for the other. And we'll be making our Mega Divisional Weekend NFL picks.
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be long.
It is going to be big. So first of all, we'll review our picks from last week. We had the Buffalo Bills pulling off a good win for their first time in about 25 years, I'm pretty sure, against the Colts, but they did not cover. So Drew and Adam got that one wrong. That's going to be a trend for one of us today, as I said earlier.
You know, the refs gave him every chance in that game, and the Colts still couldn't come through. Didn't even give Rod the kicker a chance. Respect the specs.
This could definitely be Phillip Rivers' last game in the NFL.
Yeah, it could be.
Moving on, we had the Rams with a good upset over the Seattle Seahawks. Adam and I both picked the Seahawks. Another wrong pick from us, but who would have predicted those Rams? They came out firing in Seattle.
I mean, I don't even know if it's the Rams. I think the Seahawks, they just imploded. They were amazing week 2. We all saw that game against the Patriots. Great. Russ did cook, and this game, Russ didn't cook. They didn't let Russ cook.
I think this might cement Jalen Ramsey as the best cornerback in the league.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
But we'll talk about it later, but I don't know if they'll have a chance against Green Bay and A.J. Dillon. Yes. Moving on to the Saturday night game, we had the Washington football team have a pretty close game with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the Buccaneers did end up covering. The Taylor Heineke Cinderella story did come to an end at the end. So Adam got that one right, and Drew got that one wrong. Yeah, great game. Definitely wish the Giants represented the NFC East, but it was good to see the Washington put up a good fight.
Would have been a much worse game.
Yes.
Simple.
Starting off the Sunday games, we had Tennessee and Baltimore in a very good one. Lamar, he was the running back in that game. He ran for a couple touchdowns, and they got the job done. We both picked Tennessee, and we both got it wrong. Drew's 0 for 4 so far.
Lamar, what a running back. Just kidding. Put some respect on his name.
On the afternoon game on Nickelodeon, we had the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Adam had the Saints, Drew had the Bears. Another pick for Adam, another loss for Drew.
The slime zone was exploding that night. It was a great game. Saints cover, and we rode off into the sunset.
Alvin Kamara, he was smoking that game.
Was good.
And to finish it off, we had the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, their wide receivers are all salty after that tough loss, and Drew went 0 for 6 last week. Adam got the Browns in that one, so he finishes 3-6, and that gives them 6 points because each game was worth 2. So the tally now, for all you math people out there, is 67-60. Adam.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good week. There was a lot of good games, and I'm excited to get to mega divisional round.
Yes.
So we have 4 big important games here today. First game of the week, we have the Rams taking on the Packers. Packers favored by 6.5 points.
Aaron Rodgers, he will cook. Come on. Jalen Ramsey, he'll probably lock down Devontae Adams somewhat, but I still see the Packers winning this game, and they will cover. Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think it's gonna be like a 9-point game, maybe. But
yeah,
I think the Pack show can get it done and be able to do it well. Next, we have the Ravens taking on the Bills. Bills 2.5-point favorites.
This is a tough one. This is probably the best game of the week if we're not counting the game on the History Channel later on Sunday. But I'm going to go with the Bills here. They looked pretty good, I guess, against the Colts. I think that was a little rust and nerves, but I think they'll be good to go against the Ravens on Saturday night.
2.5 there. I think the Ravens, this is arguably the second hottest team in football against the hottest team in football. But guess what? The hottest team in football didn't look too good against the Colts last week. I'm going Ravens, putting my money behind the running back, and I'm going to follow him to the promised land. Next, we have Kansas City taking on the Brownies. Steelers, big mad, and we have the Chiefs 10.5-point favorites.
10.5. Wow. that tells me to pick the Browns, which I will.
You know, I hate going against the Chiefs. A lot of times they really haven't covered a lot this year. I don't know if any times they really covered. And I rode with the Browns last week, and I'm gonna have to do it again. Browns gonna take it. And then last game, this could be a really interesting game here. We have the Buccaneers going up against the Saints. Saints 3.5-point favorites.
Ooh, this is going to be another good one. It's America's Game of the Week on Fox. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman will be in the Superdome. This might be one of the biggest games of Brady's actually no.
No.
Yeah, definitely not. But I think the Bucks are going to keep it very close, but the Saints will cover because they will win by 4. New Orleans, tough pick.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with the Buccaneers in a really close one. I think the Saints are gonna win, but I'm gonna take Buccaneers with a 3-point loss. And that'll be it for Mega Divisional Round Weekend. It's gonna be a great week.
We'll see you next week for our Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Championship Weekend.